If you have seen more than a couple of my videos, then you probably know that I have a website, sandwichtribunal.com, where I've written about over 300 different kinds of sandwiches. I started my sandwich project in the summer of 2014, and if I'm being honest, I wasn't very good at it in the beginning. Mostly, I launched the blog to legitimize the fact that I just wanted to eat a whole bunch of sandwiches. But about a year into it, my usual half-assed research left me unsatisfied with the origin stories I was able to find for the club sandwich. Something made me want to dig deeper. So I poured through old cookbooks, homemaker magazines, and newspaper articles, trying to find the earliest iterations of the club sandwich that I could. I recreated a bunch of them and wrote an article that Helen Rosner, who was editor of Eater.com at the time, called one of the best pieces of long-form food writing of 2015. It was called An Edible History of the Club Sandwich. A lot of those early recipes would not be recognizable to you as club sandwiches. We tend to have pretty specific ideas in mind about what makes a sandwich a club, and endlessly quote Mitch Hedberg bits at each other in support of that mental image. The main feature we think of when we think of a club sandwich is 3 slices of bread. Even the sandwich contents are fungible. Bacon is often included, and sometimes turkey. Lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise are usually the condiments of choice. But beyond that, well, there's the California Club, with avocado being added to the usual turkey and bacon. The Italian Club, featuring various products of the salumeria. The Pakistani Club, featuring spicy tandoori chicken breast and sauces. The Roast Beef Club, the Salmon Club. Anything goes, it seems, except for one thing. It's gotta be a double-decker. And since that's what most people mean when they say club sandwich these days, that's really what a club sandwich is now. But it wasn't always. The earliest double-decker recipe I was able to identify came from a 1909 cookbook that I believe my buddy Barry over at Sandwiches of History has mentioned a few times, the Up-to-Date Sandwich Book. But not many recipes contemporary with that add that 3rd slice of bread. Those don't really become universal until the 1920s. However, the earliest description of a club sandwich I could find was from newspaper articles about a special sandwich debuted at the Union Club in New York City in 1889. They called it the Union Club sandwich rather than simply a club sandwich, but of course it was named after the specific club. It was the club sandwich. It doesn't take much imagination to get from one to the other. The articles describes 2 thin slices of graham bread, toasted and buttered. Graham bread, in itself, is an interesting story, developed in the early 19th century by a Presbyterian minister and dietary reformer who advocated eating boring food in order to deter unhealthy passions that might lead to masturbation. Graham bread is made with a type of whole grain, coarsely ground wheat flour that isn't often sold these days, but I managed to source some and, well, it isn't that boring. On these 2 thin slices of toasted and buttered graham bread, this prototype for the club sandwich called for layers of broiled chicken and ham, and that's it. No double-decker, no mayonnaise, no salad, no bacon. But while 3 slices of bread are not common in early club sandwiches, this combination of fowl, that's sliced chicken or turkey, with cured pork, whether ham or bacon, can be found in an unbroken line of recipes from the social clubs of the Gilded Age through the greasy spoon diners of today. How is it, though? Do I miss the lettuce, the tomato, the mayo, the bacon? Sure I do. But do I miss that 3rd slice of bread? Not one bit.